William, the surgery date is in 3 days. You did take time off, right?
I know, I've already arranged for the time off. But are you sure I need to be there? Angie's 12 now, she's grown up, and honestly, she probably doesn't need me there. Lately, when I try to talk to her, she barely acknowledges me. Even when I visit, she barely says a word to me. So I wonder if I really play any role in her life anymore.
You really think that way?
Yeah, I mean, she's older now, and I've been trying to reach out, but she's always so distant. She doesn't really talk to me anymore. She doesn't even respond when I try to check on her. I'm starting to think I'm more of a bother than anything else.
You're misunderstanding. She's at that age where things are more complicated for her. And with the surgery coming up, it's a lot for her to handle. She's nervous, and on top of that, she's probably feeling vulnerable.
But even then, she completely ignores me when I try to talk to her. I'm trying to support her, but she just shuts me out. Isn't that a bit much?
I'm sure you can just ignore that stuff.
What do you mean by that? Are you saying I should just let it go?
You really don't see it? You've been so caught up in your own thoughts that you haven't realized what's going on. When Angie was feeling sick from the medication, you were calling out to her, raising your voice and asking questions when she clearly didn't feel well. And then, when she told you she felt nauseous and asked for some space, you yelled at her, saying, "How dare you call your father disgusting?" She was telling you she didn't want to engage, but instead of respecting that, you pushed harder. Do you really think that was okay?
I didn't mean to...
Of course you didn't mean to, but internet doesn't change the impact. You can't just ignore her feelings like that, and when she responds to you, upset and overwhelmed, instead of acknowledging her emotions, you just get angry, not understanding that she's dealing with more than just the surgery. She's going through a lot emotionally too, and instead of showing her support, you're making her feel worse. That's why she's avoiding you.
You think I don't know that? How am I supposed to be there for her if she's constantly pushing me away? She's being so disrespectful, acting like she doesn't care about anything.
You're really going to blame her for that? She's a child trying to process all of this. You're an adult. You should know how to handle these situations better. When she's telling you she's feeling unwell, that's when you should be there, quietly, with her. No judgment, no raised voice, just compassion. But instead, you got frustrated. You should not be angry at her. You should be asking yourself what you're doing wrong. She's scared, William, and maybe, just maybe, she doesn't feel like you're the safe place she needs right now.
You think I don't know what fear is? You think I don't understand? She's just being stubborn and she needs to learn some respect.
And what about you? Where were you when she needed more than just a roof over her head? Where were you when she was younger? You've been so focused on your work that you've forgotten what it means to be part of this family. You've been so sure that your job alone is enough, but it's not. You've ignored your role at home for so long, and now you're upset because she doesn't want to talk to you? She's hurt, and you didn't even notice how deep that wound goes.
You're bringing this up again? I've been working hard for this family. I've provided, haven't I? I'm doing what I need to do.
Yes, you've been working, but you've neglected the home, the emotional side of things. And now, when we need you the most, you're so quick to brush everything off. If you had been more present, she might not be so distant now. If you had been there, really there, you would have seen the signs. You might have understood why she's reacting the way she is, but instead, you're just angry.
Fine, I'll be at the hospital for the surgery. But you need to understand that this is serious. It's not just a small procedure.
I know it's serious, and I want you there. You need to be there, but you need to understand that the work of being a parent doesn't end with just showing up on the big day. It's the little things. It's the quiet moments, the times you hold her hand when she's scared, and not just when it's convenient for you. That's what she needs. That's what she deserves. William, where are you? You weren't here this morning. I thought you had gone to the hospital. The surgery is about to start.
Oh yeah, about that. Kinda forgot today was our daughter's cancer surgery. Whoops, my bad. I'm on a trip with my mom right now. Just handle things over there, alright?
What? Are you joking right now?
Relax, it's not like I need to be there. Angie doesn't even want to talk to me anyway, right? No big deal.
You don't think Angie is important?
This isn't just some minor surgery.
It's cancer, William. There are no guarantees. How can you just walk away from her like this? She's your daughter, your own child, and you're telling me you just forgot? That you're off on some trip instead of being here where you should be?
Jeez, calm down. No need to get all worked up. You're acting like I abandoned her or something. She's strong, she'll be fine. You're really thinking about failure? What kind of parent does that? Have some faith, will you?
Faith isn't what she needs right now. She needs her father. She needs to know that no matter what happens, you're here, standing beside her. She's about to go through one of the scariest moments of her life, and you're off having fun?
I told you she doesn't even want me there. What's the point? If she's just gonna ignore me, why should I waste my time? You're there, right? She's got you. That should be enough.
Are you serious right now? This isn't about what's easy for you, William. This is about what Angie needs. She might not say it, but she needs you there. You think her silence means she doesn't care? No, it means she's scared. She's overwhelmed. She doesn't know how to handle everything that's happening to her. And instead of showing her that you're there no matter what, you've just given up?
It's not giving up. It's just...
It is giving up. You've been running from this for so long, and now, when she needs you most, you're not even trying. She is 12 years old, William. She shouldn't have to beg for her father to be by her side.
Look, I'm not going to argue about this. You're overreacting. Angie's going to be fine. You'll call me later and tell me the surgery went great and everything will go back to normal.
You think this is about just one surgery? You think this is something we just get past? Do you have any idea what you're doing to her, to us? When she wakes up and realizes her father chose to be anywhere else but here, do you understand what that's going to do to her? She already thinks you don't care. This will only prove it.
You're being dramatic.
No, William, I'm being a mother. I am standing by my daughter's side while her father, her own father, has decided she isn't worth his time. And you know what? You're right about one thing. After this, things won't go back to normal. Because after today, I will never forget what you did, and neither will she.
Lily, it's Rachel. Today is Angie's surgery day, isn't it? As both a nurse and your neighbor, I've had the privilege of watching over Angie all this time. I just wanted to say that I'm truly praying for her today. I hope the surgery goes smoothly and that she has a fast recovery.
Rachel, you're off today, yet you still took the time to check in on her. Thank you so much.
Please, don't mention it. Actually, I took paid leave today on purpose. If I had gone into work, I don't think I would have been able to focus anyway. I would have just been worrying about Angie the entire time.
You've already done so much for us. Angie's had to spend so much time in the hospital, and I know there have been moments where she felt lonely. But every time she talked about you, she would say she didn't feel as alone. Knowing that someone she trusts was nearby made all the difference. Honestly, I still can't believe it. It's such a coincidence that a neighbor of ours also works at the very same hospital.
I was just as surprised as you were. But I'm really glad things turned out this way. It meant I could be there for her when she needed it.
Rachel, I hope you don't mind me asking, but I have a rather personal question.
Oh, what is it?
As someone who has observed our family from the outside, what do you think of my husband? What do you think of Angie's father?
Your husband? That's a difficult question. But if you want my honest opinion...
Please.
Well, if I had to say it bluntly, he never struck me as a very involved father. I'm sure he cares, but from the way he interacts with Angie, it's clear he hasn't spent much time with her. He tries to put on a front, but it's obvious he's not used to handling things at home. It's as if he expects everything to run smoothly without his involvement.
I see. So you noticed too.
I'm sorry if that was too forward of me, but if you don't mind my asking, why are you bringing this up now?
Actually...
What? He did what?
I know, I could hardly believe it myself.
Skipping his daughter's surgery to go on vacation? With his mother, no less? I don't even have the words for this.
And the worst part is, his parents adore Angie. They always say she's their precious granddaughter. So why? Why would they just go on a trip like this?
Wait, his parents know about the surgery, right?
He was supposed to tell them, but now that I think about it, maybe he didn't. Maybe they don't even know today is the day.
That's certainly a possibility, or...
Or what?
No, it's nothing. Just a passing thought. Don't worry about it.
Rachel, what were you about to say?
It's just a suspicion, but what if he's not actually with his parents right now?
What?
Again, it's just speculation. I don't want to make you worry about something uncertain. But if he never told them about the surgery, and now he's off somewhere without a second thought, it does make me wonder.
I don't even know what to say. How could he do this?
Lily, I know this isn't my place to say, but a father who would abandon his child at such a critical moment. Does a child really need someone like that?
Rachel.
I apologize, that was insensitive of me. It's just, I can't understand it. I don't have children myself, but I still know what a father should be. And this isn't it.
No, you're right.
Lily, listen, if there's anything I can do, anything at all, just say the word. You don't have to handle this alone.
Thank you, Rachel, really, but I don't want to rely on you too much.
I understand. This isn't the time to be thinking about anything else anyway. Right now, Angie is what matters most. Stay by her side. Be there for her.
Yes, I will.
And once today is over, you can figure out the rest. You don't have to have all the answers right now.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel, Angie's surgery is over. It was a success. She's going to recover. Of course, she still needs to be monitored, but...
Really? That's wonderful news. Angie must have fought so hard.
Yes, and now I can keep watching over her future.
I'm so relieved. I can't even tell you how happy I am to hear that. But if you don't mind me asking, what about your husband? Did he ever come back?
No, he hasn't returned. He said he's staying overnight.
I see.
Rachel?
Actually, there's something I need to tell you. It's about that.
What do you mean?
Lily, hey! My bad for being away, all right? So, what do you want as a souvenir? I'll grab you something nice.
That's the first thing you have to say?
Huh? What's wrong with that? I mean, it's important, right? I wouldn't want to bring back something you don't like.
You're not even going to ask about Angie?
Oh, right, the surgery. How'd it go? It's done by now, yeah? Well, with modern medicine, it's not like there was ever a real chance of failure.
It was a success.
Knew it! See? Didn't even need me there.
No, you weren't needed. Not then, not now, not ever again.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Look, I work my ass off to pay for Angie's treatment, all right? I had to be away. Yeah, I should have been there, but don't act like I've done nothing for this family.
For Angie's sake, don't give me that. You're not working for her. You're working to throw money at whatever girl you're seeing behind my back.
What? The hell are you talking about? Cheating? Where's this coming from?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe from the fact that I have proof.
What?
That young woman you took on your little resort getaway, who was she? Because she sure as hell wasn't your mother. You lied to me, and I have photos of you all cozy with her, walking through the hot springs district, acting like some love-struck fool. So go on, explain. What family trip were you on exactly?
Shit! How the hell did you find out?
You think you're clever? You're pathetic.
Yeah, but you know what? This is your fault!
Excuse me?
You heard me! You were so damn obsessed with Angie, you forgot about me! You stopped being a wife, a woman! What did you expect me to do? Just sit around and rot? Men have needs, Lily. You neglected me. Of course my eyes wandered. It's biology.
Not every man is like you. And don't you dare give me that woman's duty bullshit. You dumped everything on me. The house, the hospital visits, the paperwork, every single thing Angie needed, all on me. When was the last time you even visited her? Once a month? That's all she got from you? You never filled out a single form, never packed a single bag for her, never even drove us to the hospital. And yet you have the audacity to act like I'm the problem?
Shut up! This is on you! Everything is on you!
Oh, that's rich. I was drowning and you were off screwing around. But sure, let's pretend I'm the failure here. Let's pretend that while I sat beside our daughter's hospital bed, holding her hand through her fevers, her nausea, her pain, you were some kind of victim.
Oh, don't start with the dramatics. I was making money, keeping us afloat. You act like I just sat around doing nothing.
You weren't there. You chose not to be there. You chose some cheap affair over your own daughter's life.
God's sake, Lily, I was suffocating. Every damn day it was just hospital this, Angie that. I was sick of it. You never had time for me anymore. You stopped caring about me.
Caring about you? Caring about you? My child was fighting for her life. What did you expect me to do? Ignore her? Pretend it wasn't happening so I could pamper you instead?
You could have at least...
At least what? Pretended like our world wasn't falling apart? You knew what we were facing, and instead of stepping up, you ran. You turned your back on us. And now you have the nerve to blame me for your own damn betrayal?
Oh, give me a break. If you'd been a better wife, I wouldn't have had to look elsewhere.
And if you'd been a better husband, maybe I wouldn't have spent every night in that hospital alone.
You're really doing this, huh?
I should have done it a long time ago.
You! Why the hell did you snitch to my parents?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you used them as an excuse to cheat?
That's so damn childish!
Childish? You have the nerve to say that to me? You abandoned your own daughter on the day of her surgery to run off with some other woman. And you think I'm the one acting immature? Your parents loved Angie. They supported her surgery. They cared about her far more than you ever did. And now, because of your selfishness, because of your lies, they had to kneel before me, sobbing, apologizing for the disgrace of a son they raised.
What? You made my parents bow to you? That's disgusting!
I didn't make them do anything. They did it on their own because you, their son, broke their hearts.
Bet you told them a sob story, twisting everything to make me the villain. That's just like you, always playing the victim. You know what? I'll just tell them my side, clear things up.
And say what exactly? That they should forgive you? That none of this is your fault? They don't want to hear from you anymore.
That's bullshit. I'm their son. They wouldn't just cut me off. No way! No way! They're not answering my calls! You did something, didn't you?
I didn't do a thing. They made their choice.
Bullshit! That choice?
They said they didn't want anything to do with someone who could abandon their own child.
Abandon? Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious. They don't see you as their son anymore. They don't even see you as a person.
This is insane! This is all your fault! You twisted everything! I didn't do anything wrong! I'm not the bad guy here!
Lily, it's me, Rachel. I just want to check on Angie for a little while. She's still in pain from the surgery, but she's holding up.
She told me it still hurts when she moves too much, but she's trying to push through it. And you know what? She ate every bite of her meal today.
She said she wants to get stronger. She's determined to get better.
That's a really good sign. If her appetite is coming back, it means her body is starting to heal. Rachel, thank you. Not just for checking on Angie, but for everything, for helping me, for the proof, too.
You don't have to thank me. I did this on my own. And honestly, what I did isn't exactly something to be proud of. I interfered in someone else's marriage. No matter the circumstances, that's not something people usually thank you for.
That's not how I see it at all. If you hadn't helped me, if you hadn't reached out to that investigator, I never would have gotten the proof I needed. I still can't bring myself to tell Angie yet, but I can't keep living like this. Staying in a relationship that's already broken, pretending everything is fine when it's not. I needed something to push me forward, to stop making excuses. And because of you, I finally have that.
I'm really glad to hear that. But Lily, Angie already knows.
What?
Children are more perceptive than we think. They see things, even when we try to hide them. And Angie, she's been watching you. She knows something is wrong. She wants you to be happy, Lily, more than anything. That's why she's trying so hard to recover quickly. She's fighting through the pain because she doesn't want you to worry about her. But deep down, she's been the one worrying about you all along.
Angie. God, I really am the worst, aren't I? I've been so caught up in my own emotions and my own pain that I didn't even realize what I was putting her through. She shouldn't have to be worrying about me. She's just a child. She should be able to focus on healing, not on whether her mother is falling apart. No, I can't let this continue. If not for myself, then for her. I have to pull myself together. I have to be strong.
That's the right mindset. I knew you had it in you.
That being said, I can't just leave things unfinished. I need to pay you back for the investigator. That was a lot of money, and I can't accept it without paying you.
Lily, you don't need to do that. I told you I did this because I wanted to. Besides, my husband was just as worried about Angie as I was. He's the one who suggested hiring the investigator in the first place. He said that if he could do anything to help, he wanted to.
Wait, your husband was involved too? Rachel, I don't know what to say. Both of you, you've done so much for me. I don't even know how to begin thanking you.
You don't have to. And really, you don't need to stress over the money. My husband runs his own company. He's a CEO. Covering the cost of an investigator, that's nothing to him.
Wait, he's a CEO?
That's right. Both of us decided a long time ago to dedicate ourselves to our careers. We never had children, and we don't regret that choice. Our work became our lives, and we've built something we're proud of. That being said, now that I think about it, I just had an interesting idea. Lily, don't you think it's time to make your husband face some real consequences? You've been suffering in silence for too long. You don't deserve this. So instead of just walking away quietly, why not make sure he feels the full weight of what he's done?
Lily, you better let me in right now, god damn it! Open the door!
Why should I? You had no problem cheating, right? You've been blaming me for everything, haven't you? If you think the other woman is so much better, why don't you go to her?
That's not what I meant! You can't just go and change the locks without telling me! What the hell is wrong with you?
You've made it impossible to talk to. Every conversation ends up going in circles and nothing ever changes.
If I'm being honest, I thought the only way you'd understand is if I forced the issue.
You're the one who decided another woman was better for you, right? So why should I keep pretending this house is still ours? This house is mine now, by the way. It's in my name.
You're insane! Open the damn door!
The thing is, I'm not even home right now. I'm at the hospital. How about you cool off a little while I'm gone?
What? You're at the hospital?
Yeah, you can figure out where it is, right?
Don't play games with me! It's that big hospital by the train station, isn't it?
Wrong.
What?
I knew it. You don't even remember where your daughter is staying. I've been the one handling all of that, haven't I? I've been the one who had to guide you because you've never bothered to learn or care enough to remember. Now you're reaping what you've sown. You might want to think about your next move, because if you keep acting like this, the neighbors might start talking. They might start thinking you're the crazy one. It might be better if you just stayed away from here for a while.
Damn it, you think you could just make a fool out of me? I swear to God you'll regret this!
No, you're the one who'll regret it. You've pushed this too far. You've ignored all the signs, you've ignored your own family, and now you think you can just walk back in here like nothing happened? You've made your choices. It's time to face the consequences.
It's you, isn't it? You're the one who spread those disgusting rumors about me, aren't you?
Oh my, seems like you're in quite a mood today. I'd ask who's speaking, but I think I already know.
It's William! I'm the one you made into a laughingstock at my own company! You're the one who spread that vile rumor about me abandoning my daughter and running off with some woman! Do you realize what you've done to me? How much damage that caused? How much I've lost because of your lies? I've spent days tracking down the source of that rumor! And guess what? It all leads right back to you!
Well, look at you, managing to find my contact information after all. I must admit, it's not as easy as it seems, but I suppose if you dig deep enough, you'll find anything. Though I'm sure it leaked from my husband's circle. He's a well-connected man after all.
You think you can get away with this? You've ruined my life! I'm gonna sue you for defamation!
Go ahead, do what you think you have to, but you keep saying I spread rumors when the truth is staring you in the face. It's not a rumor if it's true, and, just for your information, it wasn't me who spread it. It was my husband.
What? Are you seriously telling me that it wasn't you?
That's right. My husband is a CEO of a major company, and he's been talking to his business associates about his unfortunate employee situation. You know, a guy who just can't seem to keep his personal life in order. Apparently, he felt sorry for the company, not wanting it to be dragged down by a lazy, irresponsible man who couldn't even handle his own home life. That's how it all started, and of course, it snowballed from there into the mess you've now found yourself in. People love to gossip, don't they? It's always easier to spread lies when there's a hint of truth behind them.
You've gotta be kidding me! You're trying to put the blame on your husband now, aren't you? You're not fooling me! I don't care about your husband, your company, or whatever else you're trying to hide behind. You're just a nurse, for God's sake! What business do you have meddling in my life?
Yes, I'm a nurse, that's true, but I didn't get involved because of my job. Got involved because, as a neighbor and as someone who actually gives a damn, I couldn't sit back and watch what you were doing. The way you've been treating your family, your daughter. How could I possibly stay quiet? How could anyone who's seen the way you've ignored Angie, the way you've hurt her, just stand by and let it happen? I'm involved too. Whether you like it or not, I've seen what you've done. You think that just because you're Angie's father, you have some right to dictate what happens? You're wrong. You've lost that right.
You're nothing but a neighbor! How dare you speak like that? You think you're so much better than me just because you've been around? What are you talking about? You've been too busy trying to fix your own mess to even notice your daughter needs you!
Meanwhile, I've been the one there for her, haven't I? Angie came to my house for help when she needed it. She stayed with me when you weren't around. She didn't come to you, did she? She came to me because I'm the one who cared enough to show up when she needed someone to talk to. Don't you dare question my involvement. I've been there for Angie far more than you ever have, and I'm proud of that. Remember when Angie had to leave for school? Who was it that she came to first? Who did she always greet before she went on her way? When you were too busy with your own problems, it was me who kept her company. It was me who spent time with her, trying to make sure she felt loved and safe. So no, don't even try to act like I'm just a random neighbor. I'm a damn good neighbor, and I'm a damn good person, something you're clearly lacking. You, who can't even bother to treat your own daughter like she matters, who's too wrapped up in your own misery to see the damage you've caused. You've lost any respect you may have had, and soon you'll realize that no one is on your side anymore. You're going to be all alone, surrounded by the consequences of your actions. I've said what I needed to say. Now you get to live with the mess you've made.
I'm shocked. I heard you've been trying to get involved in some local volunteer work. One of the moms from the neighborhood told me. Apparently, you tried to play the hero, stepping in like you were some kind of savior, but all you ended up doing was making a fool of yourself and dragging everyone down with you. You even fell into a ditch and became the laughing stock of the whole event.
What the hell? How do you know about that?
Unlike you, I've actually taken the time to get to know the people around here. You think I don't know about the local moms network? Don't underestimate us. It's honestly so ridiculous. Everyone who saw you at the volunteer event couldn't stop talking about it. They all said the same thing. Oh, look, this guy is just trying to make himself look better.
I don't need to hear this from you. Don't you dare mock me! Do you have any idea what's happened to me because of all this?
You did this to yourself, didn't you? Let's be real here. The reason the neighbors started labeling you as trouble is because of the scene you made right outside your own house. You were so loud and obnoxious, no one could ignore you. And I guess you still haven't figured it out. Here's a little reality check for you. A guy who abandons his own child, who runs off and cheats, shouldn't be trying to play the part of some good guy now. It's disgusting. You don't get to do that. You don't get to pretend like you're someone you're not, just because you're trying to patch up a reputation you ruined all by yourself.
Stop talking! You have no idea what I've been through! You have no idea what I've had to sacrifice!
Oh, I have an idea. You've sacrificed your family, your reputation, your dignity. All for what? Some fling you thought was worth it? Let me remind you, you're the one who threw it all away. And now, trying to climb out of the mess you created? It's pathetic. People see right through you. You don't get to redeem yourself this easily. Not when you've left your own kid alone. Not when you've hurt the people who actually cared about you. You're not fooling anyone, and certainly not me. You're sickening.
Lily, please, we need to fix this. We can't go on like this. Angie needs her father, right? You've got to stop being so stubborn and childish about this. As a mother, you should be the one to take the high road and show some maturity.
Enough with trying to play the victim. If you keep this up, you'll have no one left. And as for you trying to lecture me on being a parent, don't.
What? How can you say that to me? You think I'm being cruel? I'm her father, damn it!
You're right, you are her father, but you haven't been acting like it. You're acting like a stranger in this family. You think I'm just supposed to keep playing along while you get to do whatever you want? You don't even know where your own daughter is in the hospital. Do you realize how embarrassing that is? You've hurt me, you've hurt Angie, and now you want me to just forget about everything?
I didn't mean it like that! You've misunderstood everything!
You can't keep hiding behind excuses. You've treated me like a second-class citizen for so long, and now you're asking me to forgive you? To just act like none of this happened? No, William, it's over. I'm filing for divorce, and you'll be paying for it.
Divorce? Why? Why are we doing this now?
Why? Why? Why shouldn't we do this now? You've done nothing but abandon this family. You've left me to do everything. The housework, the parenting, and then you think you can just come back and act like nothing's wrong? You don't even know where Angie's been staying, where she's been going. You've been too busy with your own selfish needs to care about anyone else. You used your parents to cover up your lies, and even after your affair came to light, you couldn't even apologize properly. It's too late. You've crossed the line. I don't know why you thought this would work out, but it's over.
I haven't done anything that bad, though. It wasn't like that. The affair? It was just to see if I could feel something again, if I could get some clarity.
You want clarity? You got it. You've made it perfectly clear that you don't care about me, you don't care about Angie, and you certainly don't care about this family.
No, you're wrong. That's not what I meant. If we just gave it another chance, I swear things would be different. We can work it out. We can fix it.
It's too late for that.
How can you say that without even trying? You're just giving up on everything, on us.
Because you never bother to think ahead. You've never once considered what our future could look like, have you? You've been so consumed by your own needs that you've never even stopped to think about me, about Angie, about the family we were supposed to build together. We're not just a backdrop to your life, William. We are people. We are your wife, your daughter, and we deserve better than this.
I just wanted things to be good again. To feel like we were happy.
You never thought about what that really meant, did you? Happiness isn't just about being content in the moment. It's about putting in the work, caring about the people around you, building trust. And you broke all of that. You broke us. Now you can leave. I'm done fighting with you. Rachel, I can't thank you enough for everything. Truly, from helping me with everything to even arranging for the lawyer. How can I ever repay you?
You don't need to thank me, Lily. With everything going on with Angie's hospital visits and taking care of her, I know you didn't have the time to search for a lawyer. I was just glad I could step in, but to be honest, I was a bit worried about whether the lawyer we found was the right one.
Oh, not at all. I'm so relieved it all worked out. Thanks to your help, the divorce process went smoothly and the alimony was settled properly.
I'm so glad to hear that. Did you manage to get compensation from the other person as well?
Yes, I was able to file a claim. However, it turns out the person he was cheating with was married too, and it seems they've been having their own serious issues, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually get from them. Still, I feel like they received the consequences they deserved, so I'm at least relieved on that front.
I'm glad you think that way, but honestly, Lily, don't let it go so easily. The pain you went through, it has to be acknowledged and compensated properly.
You're right, Rachel. I'll leave that to the lawyer. I'll make sure it's all handled professionally. Oh, and I wanted to share something with you. I've decided to sell the house. I'm moving out of the place where I spent all that time with my ex. I want to leave those memories behind. I'm moving closer to the hospital where Angie has been recovering. It just feels right to be closer while she's still in recovery.
I see. That makes sense. The house is a bit far from the hospital, so being closer for her follow-up checkups in the future would be much more convenient. I'm sure it'll make things easier for both of you.
I'm so sorry to be leaving. You've done so much for me, and I feel bad that we won't be neighbors anymore. But I really hope we can still stay in touch and keep our bond strong.
Of course, Lily. We're not just neighbors, we've become good friends through everything. From now on, I'm happy to be there for you as a friend, not just a neighbor.
Thank you, Rachel. When Angie gets better, I'll definitely come visit you. She's been asking about you too, and she can't wait to come over to your house again.
I look forward to it. Angie's such a sweet girl, and I'd love to see her back to her old self. We've been through a lot, but it's not over yet. We'll get through this next chapter together for sure.
You've been such a big help during this time, Rachel. I don't know how I could have managed without you. It's comforting to know that I have someone like you in my corner. Thank you again, really.
You don't need to thank me anymore. You've shown so much strength, Lily. I'm proud of you for making it through all this. Just take care of yourself, take care of Angie, and don't hesitate to reach out. I'll always be here.
I will, I promise. And thank you for everything, truly. It means the world to me. After my divorce from William, things have drastically changed for him. He became completely estranged from his family, and I've heard that he now lives a life of complete solitude. It's hard to imagine, but I was told that he's practically alone in the world now. The alimony and child support payments have drained him financially, leaving him struggling to make ends meet every month. On top of that, he doesn't seem to have a solid place in his workplace either. Apparently, he's become isolated there as well, and it's clear that he's not in a good place emotionally or socially. As for me, things have been much more peaceful. After I moved out, I've been living a quiet life with Angie. We've found some stability and calm, and it feels like things are finally starting to settle down for us. Angie has been doing well, and I've been able to give her the time and space she needs to heal. My in-laws, although they've had their own complicated feelings about everything, have shown kindness toward us. They're especially concerned about Angie and have repeatedly told me that if we ever need help with anything, we shouldn't hesitate to reach out to them. They've been incredibly supportive, and that's something I never expected after everything that happened. I heard there were some issues with William showing up at his family's house, making a scene and causing trouble. But I was relieved to learn that his father dealt with it swiftly and decisively, even physically forcing him to leave with a punch. I can't help but feel some satisfaction knowing that William's outbursts were handled so firmly. Angie, on the other hand, is doing wonderfully. Her recovery has been impressive, and I'm so proud to see her now running outside again. To see her grow stronger day by day fills my heart with such joy. It makes me want to cry at how far she's come. And Rachel, too, celebrated Angie's recovery with me. She's been such a supportive friend, and our bond has grown so much stronger. We've not only become good friends, but she's also someone Angie can now turn to for advice and support.